You think I'll let you zone?
Baka.
This episode of Courage is very interesting for a few things, but in Heads of Beef, we start the episode with Muriel so sick that she can't make Eustace's favorite meal that he's been waiting for, which is burgers. Muriel can't move because she's sick, so Eustace decides that he will go out to eat if she can't cook. She asks him to get her some scones if he's getting a burger, and Eustace caves, saying alright. Muriel asks if Courage can go with him, as Eustace has a history of only focusing on what he wants to do, that he always comes back with the wrong thing. Courage already knows something's going to go wrong. They pass the bakery with Courage asking Eustace about it, and the farmer tells him to shut up because he's getting a burger first before the bakery. He keeps driving until he sees a sign for really cheap burgers and is excited. But I'm amazed that the diner is called Burgers Really Cheap. Before going into the diner, Courage's stomach starts to rumble, and Eustace asks if he's hungry too, before telling him he's stupid. Inside the diner, they see a man finishing off his meal. Eustace watches as he wants his burger already. They meet the owner, John Bond, whose diner is home to the juiciest burgers in all of Nowhere. Before they can answer, the man in the hat asks to use the restroom and is guided there. John says his name is French, but he isn't. Eustace doesn't really care, he just wants to eat already. John asks what will he have, and Eustace says he wants a burger, big and juicy. Eustace is actually nice for once and orders Courage a small burger to eat. Courage looks around and there isn't any other customers around, which was really weird. Courage sees John take the man's hat and briefcase, saying he's just holding onto it until he gets back. Eustace complains and wondering where his burger is, and John comes out with their burgers. John watches Courage to see if he's going to eat the burger, and Courage grabs the ketchup. He finds the man's face in the patty and freaks out. John asks if there's anything wrong with the burger. Courage says no, and John makes a joke saying it's called a head of beef. Courage tries to tell Eustace that the chef is feeding people to people with his own burger. Still being a dick, Eustace scares Courage away. Courage decides to go past the door and fall down to the bottom while it shuts by itself. Courage sees that John and his wife are eating people, with his wife saying she loves it. John even says that the new customers have potential and that they even brought a cute little dog for her. After hearing the wife hadn't had a dog in a long time, that Courage's mind starts to run wild on how she's going to eat him. As he runs back to the diner holding Eustace, while the farmer throws him down on the ground, John appears again with another burger and asks Eustace if he would want to meet his wife. Eustace begrudgingly accepts. John wants Courage to meet his wife as well, and starts to corner him, all while Eustace is eating, not giving a fuck about what is happening to the dog. Courage falls down the stairs one more time, with John asking if he's okay. Courage sees that John's wife eats another head, and Courage runs for his life from John. He wants the dog to stop running because John's wife has plans for him. After getting cornered, Courage hits John with an ironing board. The wife comes out and sees Courage. John says here's a dog that she wants to eat him up, and Courage runs out of the basement. Courage tries to get Eustace to leave with him, but he didn't want to go. So Courage decides to squeeze through the mail slot with him running home, and the wife gives up. At the farm, Muriel tells Courage not to worry about Eustace as he always gets lost going for scones. Back at the diner, John and his wife don't cook people as food, as we see the man with the hat is alive. We see that the wife makes food sculptures of people and animals and starts eating the Eustace sculpture. The wife still wants to eat Courage as the episode ends. This fear in this episode is actually real and called voraphobia, the fear of being eaten or swallowed alive. It can be very intense for those that have the phobia, but in horror movies it's used a lot because of a primal fear that sparks self-preservation in an individual. It also sparks the fear of cannibalism, that other humans will see you as weak but useful as nourishment for themselves, and this episode plays into that very well with the misunderstanding that John is killing customers and turning them into menu items is the very reason he can stay in business with no repeat customers or customers at all, because anyone that comes in there will be turned into food for others. Courage has a few episodes like this where the villains weren't actually the villains and just misunderstood in the communication of what they're trying to say or do, or the person just looks really scary. But that being said, stay gold guys, and I'll see you in the next video.